From the outside, royal palaces looked like paradise. Golden halls, endless food, music echoing through marble corridors. But if you were a servant, the palace was not a dream. It was a place where one mistake could ruin your life. This is what it was really like to serve a king. You woke before sunrise. It's not because you wanted to, but because you had to. Servants slept in cramped quarters, often near kitchens, stables, or storage rooms. Cold stone floors, thin blankets, no privacy. Before the palace stirred, your day had already begun. Your job depended on where you stood in the invisible hierarchy. Kitchen servants never crossed paths with royalty. Chamber servants cleaned rooms they were forbidden to look at too closely. Personal attendants lived closest to power and danger. The closer you were to the king, the less safe you were. Silence was the first rule. Servants were expected to move like shadows. You did not speak unless spoken to. You did not make eye contact. You did not react, even if insulted, threatened, or struck. The palace had ears everywhere. Walls whispered. Corridors listened. Every action was watched. How you poured wine. How you bowed. How quickly you moved. Spilling a drink was not clumsiness. It was disrespect. And disrespect could mean punishment. Punishments were rarely fair. A servant could be whipped for breaking a plate, locked in a cellar for answering back, dismissed without pay, which often meant starvation, and sometimes servants simply disappeared. No trial, no explanation. Food was everywhere, yet hunger was common. Servants prepared lavish banquets they would never taste. Leftovers were controlled, portions measured. Eating without permission was theft. Theft was a crime. Many servants survived on scraps, even while kings feasted. Fear shaped every moment. A bad mood from the ruler could ruin dozens of lives in a single day. Servants learned to read footsteps, voices, even breathing patterns. Was the king calm today? Angry? Drunk? Your survival depended on knowing. Some servants were children, taken from poor families, given to the palace as opportunity. They grew up learning obedience instead of education, loyalty instead of freedom. For many, the palace was the only world they ever knew. Not all danger came from the king. Royal courts were full of jealousy, rivalries, and spies. Servants were often used as tools, bribed for information, threatened into lying, punished for secrets they didn't even understand. Knowing too much was dangerous, so knowing too little could be worse. Despite everything, some servants stayed for life. Why? Because outside the palace, life could be even harsher. No food, no shelter, no protection. The palace was cruel, but predictable. Very few servants ever rose in status, and those who did walked a thin line. Power brought comfort and attention. Attention brought enemies. When a king died, servants suffered first. New rulers meant new rules. Old loyalties became crimes overnight. Many were dismissed. Some were punished. Others were blamed for the past. Serving a king meant sharing his fate without sharing his power. History often remembers kings and queens. But the palace was built on the backs of servants. Invisible, replaceable, forgotten. They cleaned the blood, carried the secrets, endured the fear, and without them, royalty could not exist. This was life inside a royal palace, not from the throne, but from the shadows.